What's up, agents, and welcome back to another division video where I'm going to give you the full guide and all the information you need to complete this season's journey, which is Into the Dark Year 8 Season 2. So don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let's get straight into it. Right, so as always, the first two journey missions are incredibly easy. You probably don't need my help with any of these. It's all crafting, killing hyenas and things like that. And to be honest, you'll probably do a bunch of this without even really trying. Just to double check here at the end here. Yeah, dead easy. But what we'll do, we will cover this bottom one here that says donate enough sample containers to reach the first threshold. And what that means is if you go into the PvE dark zone, the blue canisters that drop on the floor that look like this in a little blue square, you'll collect these up, you'll come over to this new seasonal shop here, and then you've got to donate. And you can see here there's a bar there, there's a bar there, and there's a bar there. And as you donate them, it fills this up, and once you get to that bar there, you will then complete that section in journey number 1. So that is nice and easy and nothing to worry about, but you are going to have to go into that PvE DZ to be able to complete the majority of this. One thing I will kind of pre-reference this with as well is that it is very useful if you've actually leveled up your modifiers. It will make some stuff a little bit easy than what they will be otherwise. I would also recommend that you've got some sample canisters as well, because the surge effects will also help you in getting the modifiers complete, the journey complete rather. All right, so that's number 1 and that's number 2. So let's start with number 3. Level up Invincible is just as easy as it sounds. You've just got to use it. Nothing too special there at all. Eliminate hostiles within 10 meters while Invincible is active, and when it means Invincible being active, you press T, which it is on PC. I'm not sure what it is on a controller, but it makes you invincible. And obviously what you have to do is you have to come here to your modifiers and pop on Invincible, and then when you activate it, that will then work and you'll be good to get that part done. Really easy again. Now, this part is where you're going to need the sample canisters. Activate Invincible's surge effect. So basically, how this works is if you go into here, you can see that each of the active modifiers has a surge effect, but it consumes 2 sample canisters on activation. If you've not got any sample canisters, you cannot activate the surge effect, and therefore you will not be able to get this done. Therefore, you are going to have to go into the PvE DZ, as I said earlier on, and get some sample canisters. Now, obviously, I know what you'll want to do is donate them to level up your global modifier, like we showed earlier on. But you are going to need to keep some on your persons so that you're able to do this as well. You'll take damage while you're running Invincible, and this will just notch up. Nothing too special there either, which is pretty easy. So then we have got eliminate hostiles with the Sopoforic modifier without being affected by lethargy. All right, so again, this is a little bit of extra work. So we're going to go into the modifiers. And you're probably wondering, well, I don't know any details about that. Well, that might be just because you've not checked out the hostile modifiers. And as you can see here, we've got the Plague Doctor, we've got Sopoforic, and we've got the Foley. I'm not going to pronounce the rest of it because I have no idea and I'm not French. But we can see here, after receiving damage from enemies with Sopoforic, you become lethargic for 20 seconds. While lethargic, any damage you take has a 20% chance to disorientate you for 3 seconds. Killing an enemy with Sopoforic removes lethargic. In the Toxic Dark Zone, any damage from enemies with Sopoforic increases your toxicity by 20%. So just going back over to the journey, you can see here, eliminate hostiles with the Sopoforic modifier without being affected by lethargy. And if we go here, And it's really as easy as it sounds. You've just got to kill them before you've taken any damage for them. And that essentially will just build up without you having to do any work at all. You'll see this here. If you kill them, absolutely fine. You've not taken any damage, and therefore you're never going to become lethargic. So really easy, and you probably notch that one up without even knowing what really is going on. Extract at least 4 items from at once from the DZ. Just be careful if you're crushing them, because then currency only counts as 1. I just extracted a bunch of the caches to level up, which made things really easy. Eliminate hyena medics or throwers. You'll do that naturally in any hyena mission and also in the PvE DZ. And then complete Grand Washington on non-invaded, dead easy. So then that's number 3. You probably had no problems there at all. And basically now it's going to go through 3, 4 and 5, which essentially is each of the modifiers being used. You can see here we're just going to level it up again, eliminate hostiles while it's active, and essentially again just press T or whatever your global modifier button is and kill things, and yeah, dead easy. Surge effects, again, really easy. Just make sure you've got some canisters, and that will naturally progress at the same time. Getting kills when you've activated this modifier will gain 3 bonuses at once. Dead easy. Again, back to the enemy modifiers. Kill the enemies before they've had a chance to do anything, and that will notch up. Clear landmarks in the DZ, really easy. Kill enemy hyena rushes and shields, dead easy. And then complete Jefferson trade, non-invaded. So yeah, really straightforward. And even the next one here is really straightforward as well. Again, leveling it up, using it and getting kills. Surge effects, make sure you've got canisters so that you can actually activate the surge effect. Affect 5 or more targets. So with this one, essentially when you press your modifier, it spans out from you in a big circle radius, and essentially, you know, as long as you've got 5 enemies within the range, then you'll be able to do that one as well. And what I'll do is I'll show you an area where we can do this pretty easy. So if you head over to Viewpoint Museum, because there's a couple of issues coming up where I found some of these actually particularly difficult. So let's just make sure we got that modifier on. There it is. We'll just put some kind of skill on as well. Drone on. And essentially, you know, for doing some of these ones, I just did the mission on normal. Nothing, you know, you don't really have to worry about anything like that. But with Viewpoint Museum, when you run in, there's 4 enemies just at the beginning. Now we need 5, not 4. So the best thing to actually do is just run in, kill these 4 really quickly, because there's already 3 bad guys spawned at the bottom here, and then 4 come out of there. Get yourself in the middle. Press T when you're here. I can't do it at the moment, I'm on cooldown. But you can see how many is there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's a whole bunch of enemies all around you here, where you can get that done really easily. Now there will be other places that you can do that easy as well. That's just the one that I just used. So yeah, by all means, let me know in the comments down below to help other people out at the same time. Eliminate hostiles with the Plague Doctor modifier while they have allies in their radius. That is just one that you'll just naturally have to knock up. There's no easy way of farming that. And by the time you get here, you've probably already got this one done. So I wouldn't worry too much about that either. Open chests in the Dark Zone. Go into the PvE DZ is your easiest place. And then just run around. Eventually you'll notch up the chests needed, and you're probably going to be doing this while you're farming for your modifiers anyway, that it'll just naturally happen. Eliminating different types of hyena again will naturally happen. And then complete bank headquarters, non-invaded, on challenging or better. And then this is the one where it really begins to get interesting, and there's some difficult ones here to do, but you can see here I've started notching them up because I wanted to kind of make sure I could do them. But here we go. So retain at least 100% bonus armor after Invincible ends. So for this one to be really easy, make sure that you have got some sample canisters. We'll put Invincible on. Put on your best PvE build. And the reason I say that it's important to have some canisters, because if you look here, we get increases to 35% bonus armor, and the bonus armor persists for 60 seconds after Invincible ends, which makes this really, really easy. So we're going to go to Federal Emergency Bunker. We're going to pop it on normal for the difficulty. And you're just going to play really, really, really cautious. Now, to make your life even easier, especially if you're using something like Strikers or something like that, I put on the Pestilence. And I might be just being a little bit overcautious here. But the fact that the modifiers take so long to cool down, as you see, I've still got 40 seconds to wait. I didn't want to kind of waste any time. Alright, so my timer has gone. We're on normal, just going to run in.
Find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
Pop Invincible. And because it's on normal, we'll just kind of shred through them. You can see the sheer amount of bonus armor that I've got already. And because they're super weak, even with really low pestilence stacks, it'll chew through them. And then when Invincible ends, it will complete that section for you. So really easy, as you can see now, it's disappeared off the top. And that is done. Alright, so next one, reach 20 stacks in all three before the bonus ends. Alright, so again for this one, we're going to swap over the modifier to this one. And to make this one even easier, I used a sniper build, well, a pistol sniper build, to be honest. I took off the turmoils because the turmoils do double kills, and then it means there's not enough enemies in this area to actually have to deal with it. So we're going to let my global modifier cool down, and we're going to do this one at exactly the same mission at Federal Emergency Bunker on normal. And as well for this one, having it leveled up and having some canisters will make your life easy again. But there's enough enemies at the start of Federal Emergency Bunker.
Find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
Activate the modifier. There we go. That is that one complete. Now, what you might notice here when it comes to Journey 6, we can actually progress some of these at the same time. So, for instance, if we go into the Journey tab here for Journey 6, you can apply Viper Bite and Shark and Flame. You can have them both equipped at the same time, which will definitely help you out a little bit later down the line. If you are going to be killing hyenas, you could use the unfriendly fire one at the same time, but probably the better one to put on will be Contagious, because again, this one will just naturally stack up as you play the game. All right, for this next one, which is probably the hardest one in the journey, I think anyway, eliminate 7 or more hostiles affected by Vicarious while it is active. So obviously you've got to equip it. Put yourself on an Eclipse Protocol build with a Jammer Pulse with as much range as you can possibly put on it. Obviously expertise and mods will help. And then if you've got the Vial Mask, you need that for this as well. Put your world map on normal. And we're going to take advantage now, basically, of resource convoys, as you can see here, going into CPs. Hopefully we can get to this one quick enough. But obviously a CP will have around 5 or 6 enemies just kind of hanging around outside. And then the resource convoy will bring a further 3 into that area. So we're going to run to this one real quick and hopefully get there in time. So once you get to the CP, don't actually attack or anything like that. And what you really want to do is wait for the resource convoy to get right in the middle of the CP, because they always go to the room near where the loot box is to enter a door to disappear into the abyss. So basically you're going to kind of wait it out a little bit, play a little bit of sneaky, and just wait until they get in that middle of the CP. You can see I can already see enemies roaming around in the middle, but I don't want to disturb them and cause any faff. We're going to sneak up just a little bit on this one because they are coming from the other side. This one looks like a pretty good CP to do it because everything's really close together. Some CPs will work really easy. Sometimes the enemies will spread out a little bit, which will cause you a little bit of hassle. But all we're going to do is run in, activate the global modifier, and then we're going to hit the jammer pulse. And hopefully away we go. And that will be it. You only have to do this 3 times, so there's nothing too much to worry about. But it looks like they're coming up the steps just now. So we're going to give it just a little bit longer. Yeah, I can see the head there now, so we're going to run in. Go into the, right into the middle. We're going to hit T. We're now going to blast them with my EMP. You can see the range is huge. And hopefully, we got 7. Yes, we did. And it's as easy as that. And that's probably the hardest one to do. But obviously, we can make it easy by just doing that. So that's that one done. That one, we know we've been doing it as we've been playing along. You've seen it happen. So just equip both of the mods. And it's the same with this one as well. Just equip both of the mods and you will be really, really good. Alright, so this one here, survived the dark zone with inoculated equipped. Again, so you're just going to go and play in the dark zone. You don't need me to show you that one. But basically you're going to put inoculated on, which is kind of great anyway. And for every minute that you're in there, you will get progress. And it looks like, because I've only just unlocked this one anyway myself, we need to spend 30 minutes in the PvE DZ to finish that one off. Then you're going to collect your canisters while you're in there and donate them at the brand new vendor at the base of operations. And that will complete that one. And last but not least, kill an enemy by deflecting damage with unfriendly fire. So obviously what you need to do is put on unfriendly fire, which is a modifier that we've actually had previously. And then just load up a hyena mission. I think the shield guys actually, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like they show up more the harder the difficulty that you're on. And there we go, you can see one with a shield. He's next to an enemy. Shoot his shield, and you saw the enemy next to him died. And we got some progression. That might take a while. I suppose it depends how long you're spending in hyena missions or in the PvE DZ. But, oh god, I had another one there I could have done it with. But, yeah, that will get you the 50. Is probably quite a while. That's probably going to be one that we're going to have on for a while. But with all that said, I hope that helps you out. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And as always, agents, I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.